Good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multi-asset and a multinational hedge fund. By multi-asset, I mean to say we actively take positions in gold, silver, platinum, oil and gas, spreads, natural gas, commodities, base metals, foreign exchange, and equities. Probably we would be adding more asset classes in near term. By multinational, I mean we actively covering our positions in different parts of the globe, which includes United States, Asia, and Europe. But like I repeated many times, and I would continue to repeat that we are a proprietary hedge fund. By proprietary, I mean to say no third party. I repeat, no third party can invest capital in our fund. Please do take a note of that. On time-to-time basis, rather from the last 3 to 4 years, I am consistently covering two things. Number one is the startup story, which is fake. And as we speak, there is information which is coming that SoftBank booked huge losses in the last 6 months. Every second day, one or more startup is collapsing, cutting jobs, losing valuation. The list is very long. I don't have time for that. On the contrary, the media is silent. Second thing which I am coming where media is extremely silent is the big fours. There is hardly any scandal which these big fours left with, especially EY, PWC, KPMG, and Deloitte. I am sure that the media would never cover all of them because the media is completely aware that the day they would be covering their own scandals would be in public. Very recently, EY fined by Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, United States, around 100 million US dollars regarding manipulation in the CPA examination. Yes, American Institute of CPA. Deloitte is fined around a week back by Securities and Exchange Commission, I think 20 million US dollars. And this is not the only incident Deloitte and EY ends up. The list of their incidents are very, very long. Very, very long. Today is 17th November 2022. I repeat, 17th November 2022. And there is an information published as of 14th November 2022 in Financial Times London. It means around 3 days old information. It's just 3 days old information. Now this time, KPMG is fined by 5 million British pound. 5 million British pound, which is approximately 6 million US dollars, over Watchstone audit negligence claim. Congratulations. It means one more audit negligence claim. So I'm reading a few part which I got it on Financial Times London website. KPMG will pay 5 million pounds, approximately 6 million US dollars, to settle a lawsuit over audit failings at UK insurance software giant Quindel. As these big fours, continue to work through a backlog of legal and regulatory cases that have been built over the past decade. And one thing I never understood in my whole life till now, why and for what reasons their license are not cancelled. What are we waiting for not to cancel their licenses? What are we waiting for? And why are we waiting for? Are we waiting for a big scandal of billion trillions dollar by KPMG or Deloitte or PWC or EY? Why we don't cancel their licenses? Quindel is now known as Watchstone. They issued the High Court claim against KPMG in November 2021. And they alleged that they suffered losses because of the problems in the audit of their 2013 financial statements, which later restated in 2015. Watchdog, which means Quindel, alleged that KPMG was negligent and breached its duties, claiming a damages of around £13.7 million plus interest from the firm for dividends paid out and fees occurred as a result of problems with the audit. Now, of course, the damages would come into the picture. It will take some time. Please be note that KPMG will pay around 5 million GBP without admitting the liability. Now, tell me one thing, if you not done anything wrong, that's a question I raised many times. If you not done anything wrong, why did you pay the settlement price? That's the more important question. If I not done anything wrong, why do I settle it? Let the litigation continue. And do you know this payout is equivalent to the 7 times average profit share of KPMG UK as of September 2021. 7 times the profit of the KPMG UK. Congratulations. The biggest question here is that the settlement takes the total payment made by KPMG over its work at Quindel to more than 8 million. Because 4.5 million, is the audit firm and one of its partners were fined 4.5 million by FRC UK, which means Financial Reporting Council, in 2018. But penalty was discounting to 3.2 because of the auditor agreed to settle. The very important thing which we need to understand is that the PWC name is also coming up in the picture. According to the public information, Watchdog is preparing for a separate court battle next year with PWC, its former advisor, which means previous to KPMG, PWC was used to audit them. PWC has denied allegation that it conspired against its client by divulging confidence information to the investment bank Greenhill, an advisor to law firm Slater and Gordon. And Watchdog claimed that the release of the information by PwC helped Slater and Gordon to pay a lower price when it bought Watchdog professional services business. The very beautiful and the interesting thing is the life that almost every month, 1 or 2 Big Four names coming into the picture. Almost every month. And more important thing is that in India, there is hardly any legal action which is taken against these Big Fours. I would like to repeat one thing very clear and upfrontly, that whenever I see any company audited by these Big Fours, whether this is EY, KPMG, Deloitte, or PwC, I'm not saying that I do not study the balance sheet. I do study the balance sheet, but I always have a suspicion that whether this balance sheet is correct or not. Because 1 case, okay, 2 case, okay. But what if every month your name is coming up in the public domain regarding manipulations, compromise, audit failures, negligence, and now the revealing of the confidential information? I don't think there is anything in the audit field. I repeat, there is anything in the audit field which is left by these Big Fours. I don't think so. And one thing I fail to understand, how they are earning actually. If you end up paying so much money as fine, so much money as a fine, then how would be earning? That's the more important thing I would like to ask. But any case, this is not the one event. There is one more event where KPMG is fined 3 weeks ago, and I would let you know about this in my another video. But my heartiest congratulations to the Big Fours for making sure that my prediction that these Big Fours would continue to do fraud after fraud after fraud would is perfectly a right prediction. Anyways, this is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. You knew my personal number, +91 9899 242 978. I repeat, +91 9899 242 978. Thank you very much, guys, and have a great time ahead.